Hi, my name is Colleen Swindoll Thompson. I am the Director of Special Need Ministries at Insight for Living. And I have an incredible opportunity today to introduce you to two amazing people. First is my dad. I think it's pretty amazing.
And I'm sworn to secrecy.
Thank you, I know. Thanks
I
for
will not
signing
tell
that.
everything I know.
Don't. Who has Insight for Living and the ministry, which has ministered all around the world and continues to. And then I've also invited Steve Fischer to be with us, who is now at Stonebriar Community Church, but has 2 master's degrees, one in marriage and family counseling, I believe.
Yes.
From Dallas Theological Seminary, so that passed the grade. And then also a master's in science and physiology, and worked in cardiology services in Memphis, Tennessee.
Correct.
Steve has also been married for 30 years to Melanie. They have 4 daughters. 3 of them are now grown, and the 4th is grown or in heaven, as we shall say, since 1995. So I'd like to start out, because I want our time together to be very comforting. And Steve, you're in the midst of your own struggle right now, as well as your previous loss of your daughter. What was that like to go through as a family? Where were you at the time, you and your marriage, and you had 1 daughter already?
First of all, thank you, Colleen, for this tremendous privilege to tell a story that has impacted your life and humbly has a chance to influence others is indeed a great privilege. So I was raised in the Midwest, a blue-collar family, grew up in the Catholic faith, and as you indicated, got a master's degree in physiology and worked in a hospital. My wife and I were married, and we had a child. We were married in Memphis. We came down to Dallas, and I was working actually at Texas Instruments. And we had our second baby, Payton Lynn. And Payton was born multiply handicapped. We didn't know in utero if she was sick. So when she was born, it was a shock, but she's our baby, so we love. And Payton's diagnosis, the best we ended up knowing was the geneticist said something switched on when it switched off, or something switched off when it switched on. So basically she was undiagnosed. She had what they call a constellation of symptoms. She was immunosuppressant. She had microcephalic. She was dysmorphic. She had a tremendous seizure disorder. She was fed through a gastrostomy treatment. She's a mess. Cutest little thing you could ever believe. They indicated that chronologically, she grew, but developmentally, she was never beyond a 6-month-old. She said she would never recognize her parents, and that was hogwash because you'd put your face down there, and when Mama loves on a face, she knew. She turned to our voices, and so
Just their voice.
Oh, absolutely, and so she continued to surprise people. But it was a long journey. We didn't know. We didn't have family. My family was in Wisconsin. My wife's was in Memphis. And so we were effectively alone here. And through the course of Payton's disorder, the first 2 years, we'd be in the hospital 63 days straight, and then home for a handful of weeks, and then back in the hospital for 37 days. And so we were in and out, and I was holding down a job, and my wife is a nurse. And so we just, by the grace of God, figured out how to do it. And when Payton was first born, the incredible thing that continues to keep unfolding in my life is that I looked to my faith, and I didn't necessarily have a context of understanding what all is unfolding.
But who does?
But who does? You're exactly right.
You don't understand. They don't write a book on how to raise
as special needs child. Absolutely right. And so, but I looked to my faith, and I didn't have that anchor there. As a scientist, I could understand it at one level, but at another level, it wasn't making sense because it wasn't a real cause and effect. It just happened.
And you couldn't fix it.
We could not fix it.
But you had a degree in it.
Yeah, I could not fix it, and I was blessed to have wonderful insurance, so we had the finest of medical care. And a friend of mine really began talking to me about my faith and what was going on with that. And quite frankly, I was stunned. I couldn't answer that. So that began me understanding what this person of Christ was about, and what does hope mean? What does grieving with hope mean? What does sovereignty mean? I didn't know that. I didn't understand that. And so Payton, my precious Payton, is the one that began to unpack that in spades. And that journey continued. She passed away actually at home in my wife's arms on the morning of the Oklahoma City bombing. We didn't even know that took place. She passed away at 5:20. It may not be good theology, but my wife and I love to believe that those were many children taken that morning, and we like to think that our little angel was part of that welcoming home crew. Like I said, maybe not good theology, but it sure feels comforting to know that.
Not everything has to fit into a verse.
Yeah.
When you have so much grief,
Yeah.
there are just things the Lord comforts you with, and that was a comfort for me.